This was a slant piece, but I'm not going to read the whole poem. I'm just going to, like 1, 2, 3, 4, the bottom lines and the top lines, and just read 3 paragraphs, because it makes sense to me. And it's a strange title, Inside the Tent of the Sun Gods. Is that a cool title?
I like it.
So I'm just going to read the middle portion of the poem. Piece of cake, I think, till I look around unfamiliar with baggy pants and menacing tattoos, the lexicon of ghetto slang, a refugee from the age of Aquarius, all that free love, drugs that provided a pathway to endless lazy afternoons, the misery of our own making. America, some country so far away, it almost sounded like Mother Russia, the voice of Radio Moscow. For 10 years, I tried to memorize the words. On stage, more ego than poet, flamboyant. Just one of the faces on Mount Maharishi, too busy gawking at breasts, the push-button thighs that distracted me from the spoken word. So I left for the desert to salvage my soul, to practice walking on my knees, begging to be mutilated by the Lord's Prayer, and in my pockets, sacred stones. Memories of an impossible sky and stiff fingers holding a Navajo walking stick. Rotten green apples in the bag that kept wild horses from starving. Stretched out on a blanket, the big tongue of the sun flirting, licking the dust and the red clay of my being, and my bare ass almost visible to the 18-wheelers on I-40. And some of them might have saw it. That was a good moment in the sun. Well, I think I'm going to do like 2 more. I've been here long. And what should I do? We need more romantic stuff, or how did that go? You seem to be enjoying it. You were going, wow, man, this guy's really hitting me hard with a bat. Keep doing it, no? Okay.
Vietnam or not?
You know what? You're right. I should do a Vietnam piece. I'm gonna, maybe I'll do a couple small ones. Oh, here we go. Why not? I was there. I volunteered, as a matter of fact. And strangely enough, all these years later, I don't regret doing that. You grow up fast. You're pushed out in that situation. There's some good things and bad things for you. And I remember drinking. One little thing, when you were over there, you were fearful of certain people, like maybe the SEALs, the Rangers, and the Aussies, the Australians, because you know, they would sooner punch you and cut you up and give you 85 stitches and say hello to you. There were certain people you kind of stay away from. It's just the way it is. It's a guy thing. I can't figure it out. Trust me, it's a guy thing. No wonder we're in trouble. A night of drinking. They were so cool. An inch of mud hardened on the boots. A knife like a wild plum. 3 7s on a haywire slot machine about to make some noise. Their facial scars soaked up our fears. They respected nothing. Could outdrink dozens of college freshmen. We did nothing to provoke them. Didn't speak or turn our heads to look at them. I was stupid enough to call one of them an asshole. 130 pounds of amazing grace, ready to run outside and prove to the world how easy it is to dodge a bullet. I must have been drinking. Hey, I'm getting into this thing, ain't I? Poetry. Wow. Okay.
Must be the Dr. Pepper.
More Vietnam stuff. Skip that. Skip that. Touching the. Oh, what I'm going to do is end the reading with touching the Vietnam Memorial. I waited like 26 years to go to Washington to come face to face with the wall, and so I think I should do it so you kind of know what it's like. So we're going to do two. Last one being okay, drinking. Okay. Vietnam. Vietnam. A lot of us don't talk about the subject. It's enough we have a memorial in Washington. Our acoustic guitar is a getaway car. Trail mix for the soul. And nothing excites us like the sound of a Harley. VA doctors, professors, many others encourage us to talk or write about our experiences. How about the chicken tastes like cooked string and my buddy is dead? How about I had a great time in Saigon and wanted to kill everyone? How about there's a hole in my head? Doctor, you're not listening to me. Sweetheart, run your ass out to the store for a pack of Marlboros. Hard pack. And how about I want to write a love song, but it's a lot easier to put a gun to my head. And I'm going to end it on a real nice. You can applaud. Go on, I want to hear it. I deserve applause. Like in the poem. Yeah, I deserve a lot. There you go. It's okay. It's permitted in Elyria. I checked with downtown, and they said you can applaud at poetry readings. I will not be arrested.
We just don't want to.
Request a poem?
Yeah.
Can you read Sugar Coated? Can you have that one?
Sometimes the audience can be very trying. Of course. I only do request after 9 o'clock on the F and wait a minute, I think I found it. Crap. Okay. Well, first of all, and last of all, I might as well. People came in right. I have little freebies. Pass this down. If you like one, just so you can tell people, yeah, I really went to hear this dude.
You're one of the 376 people.
Thanks for coming. And it cost a lot of gas money to get out here, way out to Elyria from where I am. So I'm just going to mention, I have some of my 13 books, and I have art prints for sale that I do. We're working on a veteran thing, the artist, and scheduled to work with a writing workshop at Veterans. There's 2 or 3 things going on. And there's this poem here I wrote, Sugar Coated. There's a little notation under it. It says for Jennifer Napier. I have no idea what that is. And then I'll close with touching the memorial. Because I just think it's something that needs to be read. It's only something that I wrote from the furthest reaches inside and juggled around for decades and decades. And it's more of reading for everybody who went to that war. and lost something, is why I read it. Sugar-coated for Jennifer. Thank you. We chose the Cafe Navarre to meet. And you and your amazing sidekick, the human map, got lost. Never showed up. The next day you brought me a coffee at Borders. My life story told in about 5 words and 6 short hours of laughter. So much can happen in a conversation. Our birthdays were 2 days apart. Jokingly, I said, you could be my birthday present. This 27-year-old woman I always wanted. You sat there like a bare Christmas tree that everyone wanted to decorate. You were my autumn sojourn, a young Marion Moore, a canary to be gently placed inside a small cage. We went out for a smoke in the cold and shivered like love-struck teenagers. We are poets, not refrigerator magnets. We are poets, not men and women. We are poets. I underline those words. I tear up the paper, crumple it up into a ball, and let it sit on the desk, telling myself, I do not feel vulnerable. There are things beyond our control. Is everything within our reach poison? I bury myself into the pages of Elizabeth Bishop, and I am the armadillo. The snow starting to fall, and I feel safe. I look out the window again and find myself crying for a newborn infant. The piano out of tune, and every ivory key looks like a swollen tongue. Before I go on, if the spring flowers are to bloom, if the neighbors are to think that I'm crazy, I must pick up the fiddle, rosin up the bow, turn the car's headlights on, and dance out in the cold. This is a celebration for the world, for the impoverished. The snowflakes are large and wet. So what if I never owned a sled? This strange fragrance of poem on page doesn't have a name yet, but the beauty mark, a stroke of genius. And my chair is next to hers now. I've gotten so close, we find ourselves in a chapel, the snow piled high against the door. I'm wearing a button that says, Bomb Hanoi. I've abandoned everything. Even your journal makes mention of a forbidden city, a Mayan reference to the end of the world. The universe is in shambles. The blizzard sugar-coated and a backwash of mischief. It's now or never. You spread your wings to scare me off, but it's too late. I'm no longer a stranger. You see it in my eyes. And I would die if I could touch your long hair. Which is exactly what I would do now, because I am the most fearless poet on the planet.
Bravo.
This is so incredible. Wow. Look at this. It's real, too. Isn't it? Right. Unexpected. I bet I haven't seen you in years and years and years and years. And years. So many years.